What's up, peeps? WWE Friday Night Smackdown, July 28th, 2023 results. Coming up next. Before we discuss the fun stuff, let's discuss something that's maybe not so fun. It seems as though Rey Mysterio has had a real injury. I, the way the normally, what they call a suicide dive, when it's done through the ropes, normally the match continues on. This match was stopped in the middle awkwardly already. I just had a vibe. I said this seems like it could be real. And it seems like it is because um after this they actually showed the way Rey Mysterio's head hit that ground was not good. It was just not good. I don't think, and it's like he landed straight back as well. So there's a few little things that seem like it did not go all the way right, and the match was stopped. So it seems like Rey Mysterio may unfortunately have a real injury, but we will find out within the next few days. In this match though, we can kind of lighten up now. Austin Theory was in the top eating popcorn during this match, and then at the end when Santos got the win, kind of like the forfeited win. When he got that win, then Austin Theory was looking down at him. He was like looking all the way down at him, and then he held up his championship. It was just kind of cool. At the end, the unfortunate injury, it is very unfortunate. Um, if it is a true thing, which I do think it is, get well soon, Rey Mysterio. But for the storyline with Austin Theory and Santos, it seems like it might be pretty cool to see what happens next week. But yeah, because last week, how he got upset with Santos for interrupting attacking Austin Theory, because Austin Theory attacked Rey Mysterio, then Santos attacked Austin, and then he wanted to Austin Theory wanted a match with Santos, then Santos won the match. So now it's led up to this. Next week it's for the United States Championship. So it should be pretty interesting to see what happens with that. Jey Uso was out there, and it was not too long before he got interrupted by Roman Reigns. Of course, you know how this stuff goes. He was like, "Oh, I open my show. You don't get to open my show," because this was actually the first thing. I just went ahead and actually mentioned Rey Mysterio, but this was actually the very first thing of the show. And then he was like, "You trying to be the tribal chief now, I guess?" And then Jay was like, "No, that's not true. All I've ever wanted to do was just be there for you and all this," and he's right. That's the only thing that he's ever done is saved Roman Reigns. Jimmy, Jay, and Solo, that's all they've ever done is saved Roman Reigns from situations that he couldn't handle on his own. That's it. That's the only reason. So that's pretty much the truth. And then Roman Reigns, he was like, "Ah, no, 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 shut your mouth, shut your mouth." The Rock again. These Rock teasers have to stop. He was like, oh no, just shut your mouth, because as soon as Jimmy got injured, you challenged me for a title match. You took advantage of his injury. It's like, okay, it's too much. It's like Roman Reigns he is sounding more and more like The Rock with "shut your mouth." Even my mom said it. She said it's like this time he sounded like he really sounded like him this time, which he did sound more like The Rock this time. That is for sure. Um, but it was just a lot of back and forth. He was like, "You take advantage of his injuries." He said if it wasn't for Jimmy getting injured the first time, then you wouldn't have been made main event Jey Uso the way you were. Which, I mean, that cannot be argued. It cannot be argued. Um, So it was just a lot of back and forth, and then Roman Reigns went on to say plenty more. He was like, "Oh, Solo appreciates me more," or something to the effect of that he said. And then then he started getting kind of mad, started kind of screaming. He was like, "You can't beat me, little Jay." Still saying little Jay, right? He started screaming. He's like, "You cannot beat me." And then Jay looked at him. He said, "I already beat you." And then he said, "In that SummerSlam, I'm gonna do it again." And then he walked out like he just felt so good, like he got a lot off of his chest. It was kind of cool. Jay was walking in the back. He was thrilled. He was happy. He felt like he got a lot off of his chest. And then he ran into Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller, he told Jay, he said, whether you win or lose at SummerSlam, he said, and let's be honest, you're probably gonna lose. And that look Jay had, he had like that Shawn Michaels look, like you're just gonna just super kick him at any moment, like you're taking all these shots, but the super kick's just gonna come at any moment. uh that was the look he had. And then he was like, but whether you win or lose, you can come on my talk show afterwards, the Grayson Waller effect with little Jay. Jay didn't like that. Jay slapped him clean. He kind of started laughing with him first, and then he slapped him clean. And then, of course, later on, Adam Pearce walked up on him. He said, Grayson Waller's been banging my door down for a match with you. And Jay was like, well, if he wants a match, then tonight's the night. I'm down. So it did wind up turning into a match. Grayson Waller versus Jey Uso in the main event, but it was not long. Roman Reigns started walking out there, distracting Jay just when Jay had, Grayson Waller seemingly down for the count. That's when Roman Reigns showed up, and then Roman Reigns just sat down and just decided to just sit there and just relax and just watch the match. And then Grayson Waller takes advantage of the distraction, and oh, cannot forget this. Grayson Waller attempts a people's elbow. These rock teasers. He no joke was going for a people's elbow, and then Roman Reigns, he couldn't help but chuckle. He couldn't help but laugh. But he did not get to hit the people's elbow because Jay rolled out of the way. Samoan drop, and then Jay, he was how Roman Reigns like holds on to the ropes. Jay was kind of like he was in the corner holding on to the ropes, and then Roman was looking at him like what are you doing? And I wouldn't have expected a spear and then a splash, and then a 1, 2, 3 that he barely got to enjoy before Solo got involved. And he was getting ready to do the spike, and then Roman he nodded his head like almost like a like it's cool, like go for the spike. Jay, he ducked the spike, super kick, and then Roman Reigns is like, okay, I'm gonna have to handle this myself. Spear to Roman, and he goes, ooh ah, it's only fitting, right? Then Jay goes to the top. Solo pushed him off the top rope, and then he did a Uranagi slash rock bottom type finisher to Jay. These rock teasers have to stop. But yes, and then they set him up for um a spear and spike both, and then they set him up again for another spear and spike both, and that was pretty much it for that. Two spears and spikes, and that was like the end of SmackDown. But that's pretty much it for this video, peeps. Peace out, peeps.